Weil da hinten geht's, glaube ich, runter. Guten Abend, Klaus. Gleich ein Teleporter daher, was geht ab? Fänge ich in dem Wasser? Für das ist es so heiß blubbert? Ne, vielleicht ist es auch bloß wie eine heiße Quelle. Wow! Was geht ab?
Everyone hold it here. Allow me. Make yourselves a room.
Quietly now.
Commit it to memory. This may hurt a little.
Here comes the cash.
Dance with the waves.
Take it easy.
Oh. Na gut. Habe ich jetzt das ganze Ding gelöst? Ja. Kann ich mich da eigentlich hinporten? Nee. Muss ich da hin? Wenn wir jetzt dann das haben, da können wir auch endlich mal die Archon-Quest wieder in Angriff nehmen. Ja. Coppelius. Lange nicht gesehen. Du siehst mich.
Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now.
Commit it to memory.
Here comes the cash.
Roll. The Temple of Wisdom. This dance is for you.
Gotcha.
Hold the line.
Alter, ohne sein Schild zu zerlegen, kann ich den wohl nicht besiegen, oder was? Wow, das ist ja kacke. Dann kann ich den ohne Feuer gar nicht schaffen. Oh, jetzt ist es weg.
Hey. Billowing surge. Let's move out.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
This may hurt a little.
Die sind ja unterschiedlich zusammenfallen. Sehr schön, sehr schön. Und dann haben wir das gelöst. Passt. Wie schaut es eigentlich aus? 19.000 haben wir. Oh, das ist auch schon wieder Oh, ich habe ja nix, ne? Boah, ich kann mir das nicht mal kaufen, weil ich schon lange nichts mehr gezogen habe. 119. Alter, passt.
Good roll. Alright, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Achso, ja, wir könnten einen Probelauf mal machen. Probelauf mit Bennett oben rechts. Alter, was geht ab? Oh, den hat bestimmt noch nie jemand gespielt.
Step right up.
Our bond is strong.
Let's get this show on the road. Now disappear.
Out of my way.
Here comes the finale.
Dissipate. I'll settle this.
Step right up. A round of applause.
Nächstes Jahr mache ich erst Mal Stream und habe Angst. Keine Angst davor, immer einfach machen, wie du Lust hast. Ich hab's jetzt schon 2, wo ich Figuren da stehen kann, mein armes Konto. Weil Figuren in Deutschland auch viel zu teuer sind. Außer du kaufst so Pop-Up-Figuren oder so für 20 oder 30. Ah, ich wollte doch nachschauen. Nee, ist richtig süß. Ich weiß, mir gefällt sein Ultimate auch nicht wirklich. Was wollte ich machen? Aufträge. Da. Was machen wir eigentlich da drin? Geht zum Hotel de Bord.
I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste. Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already. Oh, in that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment. Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life. Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time. And if it's not? Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table. Yeah. Sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Eine gute Zusammenarbeit.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes. Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food.
Ja, vor allem schau diese riesen Portion an, Alter. Die scheiß Schüssel ist 3-mal so groß wie eine normale Schüssel. schau die Schüssel an, Alter. Das ist ihr Gericht.
Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened? Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, But I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after. If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that. Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before. Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it. In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough. Which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exists. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist. To seep into the cracks where filth falls through. Where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve. Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
Alter, selbst die Tee- oder Kaffeebecher sind riesengroß.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
Wir wollten den Hydroarchon um Rat bitten, aber irgendwie scheint sich diese Gelegenheit nie zu bieten.
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway. I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydroarchon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today. Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time. Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality? Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, what did you have in mind? Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Do you think? Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard. All right, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions.
Alter, was stimmt mit dir nicht? Und warum ist da hinten ein Holzrobokoch?
I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep. That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is we don't want to get ourselves arrested. Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep.
Wie kann man sowas übersehen?
All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing. You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense.
Es wäre ein Versuch wert. Ist sie wirklich der Typ Mensch, der sich schämt?
Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all. Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta? Was this your drink?
Das ist auch geil, Alter. Bei denen gibt's statt Fanta gibt's Fonta.
Sorry about that. No, it's fine. We're just about done here. Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fonta anyway. It tastes kind of salty and icky.
Ja, was ist das denn? Meiner schmeckt genauso.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fonta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay. Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia. Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore.
Dann lande mal lieber und geh zu Fuß.
Nah, that would be so normal. You know, like you. Okay. As for expenses this month, we're Hey, Navia! What are you doing over there? Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Oh weh, das Essen war schon recht teuer, Paimon, dieser Vielfraß.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia! So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner. See ya!
Grundlos gefallen wie ein sanfter Regen. Zweiter Akt, neuer Abschnitt. Entschuldigung, darf ich sowas fragen? Klar, mach ruhig, Klaus. Wo müssen wir hin? Oh, da hinüber. Hoppala.
Take it easy.
Oh. Hätte mich auch cool, wenn ich den kassieren kann.
Take it easy.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Vache.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again?
Ja, es ist klarer als tagsüber.
That's kind of spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache. Vache.
Was waschen?
Hey,
Was soll ich waschen?
why are you still walking
Vache.
towards it? There might be something nasty in the water.
Ich spüre solche starken Gefühle.
Hang on. Paimon can kind of hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right?
Ja, aber was soll ich waschen?
Hey, Traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Ah, eine Okanide. Was ist das für ein Ort?
Vache, are you my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is?
Darf ich fragen, wer du bist?
Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten?
Du warst ein Mensch.
Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
Du hast deine menschliche Gestalt verloren?
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water and then all grew dim.
Ist etwa eins der Mädchen, das aufgelöst wurde?
I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vacher would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting. I never knew how heavy it could be.
Müsste, dass ich Vacher für dich finde?
No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor. So let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vacher, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember.
Ich bin mir sicher, dass er dich auch nicht so einfach vergessen wird.
Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vacher above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth.
War Vacher etwa Zeuge, wie du dich aufgelöst hast?
Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface. I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety.
Es ist fast so, als würde das nach dem Verschwinden des Körpers das Bewusstsein in irgendeiner Form weiter bestehen.
I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think.
Etwa Paimon?
Farewell then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vacher, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Sind die Fontaine-Fuzis auch eigentlich früher mal Okeaniden gewesen oder was? Was ist jetzt los?
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Clorand?
Oh ja, stimmt, sie will ich auch haben.
Quick, now's our chance!
Es ist Raiden 2.0. Nicht wirklich, Raiden hätte die mit einem Schlag alle weggewischt.
I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Clorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorinde, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorinde. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorinde was being sincere with you. If...
I know, she's...
Was ist gerade passiert?
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorinde who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Vermutlich hat's Paimon nicht geschafft. Ja, danke für die Rettung, Navia. Hast du dich denn schon immer zu den Kämpfern gezählt, Paimon?
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast.
Ja, aber das macht dein Sparbuch nicht mit.
As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Cool, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Paimon hat's halt voll drauf.
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
Hä?
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky.
Alter, nee, da war nicht Urwasser drin, oder? Du meinst?
Fanta only comes in sweet flavors. So how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes. So if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
Ein Glück, dass Paimon und ich nicht aus Fontaine stammen.
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
What? Why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Linny in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then?
Lynette zufolge hat das Hören dieser Stimme etwas mit dem Empfinden des Hydroelements zu tun.
Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
Ich habe da ein paar neue Infos.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we?
Gehörte zu einem vermissten Mädchen. Dieser Vaucher war wohl Augenzeuge davon, wie sie das Mädchen aufgelöst.
Oh, that is important.
Du berichtest allen, was geschehen war, während du mit dem Bewusstsein der Okeanide verbunden warst.
Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene.
Ja, aber erzähl mal jemandem, dass sich dein Mädchen aufgelöst hat in Wasser. Das glaubt dir keine Sau.
But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater.
Wenn er überhaupt noch am Leben ist,
He has been threatened?
Wenn er überhaupt noch am Leben ist, wir sollen versuchen, ihn zu finden.
Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate.
Alles klar, Partner.
Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Bei mir legt man sich nicht. Mit mir legt man sich nicht an. Sie werden mich wünschen, sie wären nie geboren worden. Aber dann muss Navi unbedingt eine Zweihänder-Char sein. Wie wirst du diese Roboter schon durchschneiden?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
Ja, außer eine Armee Robos taucht auf. Lenek Info... Was war denn das jetzt, Alter? Lenek in Infolenz? In Foliovis. Ha? Höre den Ruf der Okeanide, verbinde ich mit ihrem Bewusstsein. Jetzt ist die Frage, sind die Menschen aus Fontaine aus Okeaniden entstanden? Deswegen lösen sie sich wieder in ihre Okeanidenform auf, wenn sie mit dem Urwasser in Kontakt kommen. Veta. Geht es nicht eher Veto?
Take it easy.
Oh, was sind das? Kleine aufziehbare Pinguine mit einem Hut. Echt nervig. Sehr nervig. Hä, warte, ich hab doch mit euch gar nichts zu tun. Was wollt ihr von mir? Vorhin am Richterpult sitzen wird? Ganz genau. Sitzt am Richtpult, was meint ihr damit? Angestellter des Lechaus Werkstatt. Oh, wir haben Gäste. Eurer Kleidung nach zu urteilen müsst ihr Fremde sein, oder? Es ist durchaus zu erwarten, dass ihr die Urmuttersprache Fontaines nicht versteht. Erlaubt mir, den anders zu formulieren. Wer sollte eigentlich im Richtpult sitzen? Richter natürlich. Und wer ist der oberste Richter? Herr Neuvillette natürlich. Chilette. Ach herrje, nun warum sitzt dann unser lieber Hydroarchon Frau Furina auf Herrn Neuvillettes Platz? Was würde eure Meinung nach die armen Leute, die verurteilt werden, davon halten? Wenn ich es wäre, würde ich mich ungerecht behandelt fühlen. Unser Hydroarchon versteht noch nichts von Gesetz. So gesagt, hört es sich tatsächlich so an, als würden sie Etikettenschwindel betreiben. Oh Gott, Alter, die werden nicht aufhören mit labern, oder? Die Gerichtsverhandlung wäre dann ein Etikettenschwindel. Durch Dieser Satz also, Moment mal, ist das wirklich in Ordnung, euch so über eure Göttin lustig zu machen? Na, natürlich, unser Hydroarchon liebt auch solche Witze. Diese Worte zu Ohren kämen, würde sie mich an den Stein fesseln und in den tiefen See stürzen lassen, während sie die gesamte Zeit begeistert von der Seite aus zusehen würde. Aber liebe Gäste, trauert noch nicht. Zum Glück ist Aber mit seinen Worten so schlüpfrig, dass alle ihn gar nicht richtig an den Felsen fesseln könnten. Ein Wunder, er wurde gerettet, würde unser großer Achon sprechen. Was für ein romantisches Ende, würde sie laut applaudieren. Vielleicht würde sie sogar ein paar Tränchen vergießen. Sie mir sogar die Medaille romantischster Einwohner von Fontaine verleihen. Das bezeichnet also die Einwohner von Fontaine als Romantik? Naja, nicht wie Paimon darauf reagieren soll. Ja, es wäre schön, wenn er die Fresse hält, damit ich weitergehen kann. Zur Sache, liebste Gäste, darf ich fragen, was euch in unsere bescheidenen Lande geführt hat? Bestimmt nicht, dass irgendwelche Typen mich anlabern. Bloß aber, und findest du nicht, dass unsere angesehenen Gäste wie die berühmten Abenteurer aussehen, von denen der uns von der Chef vorhin erzählt hat? Oh, tatsächlich, der eine hatte Haare wie Gold und der andere hat Haare wie Silber. Ah, angesehene Gäste, ihr seid also Herr Sinsuolas und Frau Paimon? Oh, ihr kennt uns? Der silberne Satellit gefällt mir besser. Chef hat sich bei der Abenteuergilde nach Abenteuern umgehört, die derzeit in Fontaine aktiv sind. Und habt euch beiden erfahren. Das heißt, ihr seid ein ziemlich fähiges Duo. Hey, Herr Sinsoras, anscheinend werden wir von Tag zu Tag berühmter. Danke dir, Frau Paimon. Hey, das wird Paimon gern. Also gut, Paimon wird mit Glück in Zukunft immer mit dir teilen. Sucht euer Chef nach uns? Nun, leider ist er gerade nicht im Laden, also erlaubt uns euch an seiner Stelle zu erklären. Nein, die wollen jetzt erst das Erklären anfangen. Keine Sorge, es sind nur ein paar Worte. Das sagen sie ja immer. Um kurz zu machen, möchte unser Chef eure Unterstützung beim Sammeln von Daten für seine Duellrepräsentationsprojekt. Oh, das ist das eine Event, ne? Ja, jetzt komme ich schon drauf. Duellrepräsentationsprojekt? Projekt für eine Reihe von Uhrwerkspielzeugen, bei dem Duellrepräsentanten als Hauptfigur, als Herzstück der Entwicklung und Schwerpunkt unserer Bewerbung dienen werde. Unser Laden verkauft Spielzeuge. Oh, das wird nicht aufhören. Habt ihr von Duellrepräsentanten gehört? Habe ich. Bitte fort fort. Ist der Meinung, dass es sich um hier hervorragende kulturelles Symbol von Fontaine handelt, daher sollten die Spielzeuge dieser Art durchaus gut verkaufen. Wenn sich außer Fontaine durchsetzen würde, könnte... Ein paar Worte hat's geheißen. Unsere Stadt in Ehren weisen, dann haben wir 2 Fliegen mit einer... Ach komm, halt's Maul. Ja. Die Stärke der Repräsentanten das üben. Abenteuer auch ähnlich Dinge tun können, dachten wir, warum nicht einfach stattdessen Abenteuer rekrutieren. Frau Fulina sitzt am Richterpult. Nun ja, so ernst ist dann doch nicht. Eher so, dass man eine Romaritinblume durch eine Regenbogenrose ersetzt. Alter, lasst mich in Ruhe. Wirklich schrecklich. Urmama Spielzeug verkauft. Verwerflich. Bester Freund. Puppenladen gäbe, zu dem du... Alter, Leute. Falsche Werbung sein, dass du den Besitzer dieses Ladens einfach mit einem einzigen Schlag in die Luft jagen würdest. Ich bin total wütend. Wer würde schon Abon-Puppen kaufen? Den haben wir eigentlich in das Fort Merioped hineinprügeln. Schrecklich, wenn deine Puppen nicht erhältlich wäre. Das ist nicht dasselbe, Paimon. Lass dich nicht ablenken. Ach ja, Paimon wäre beinahe drauf reingefallen. Alter. Wieder einmal. Alter, egal wie lustig das sein soll, ey. Das ist zu viel, Mann. Geht ihr nicht selbst hin? Alter, das ist für eine Scheiß-Quest, ey. Halt die Fresse. Triumphale Rückkehr, Alter. Ich schieb euch mal triumphale Rückkehr gleich mal quer durchs Maul, ey. Wohnen die da unten? Ah, ne, hier.
It's right up ahead. But let's make sure we weren't followed first.
I've been keeping watch, demoiselle. I haven't spotted anyone suspicious thus far.
Very good. But let's not let our guard down for now.
I shall find rooms for our respected guests.
Thank you, Malus. Now, let's continue, traveler.
Ah, da geht's in den Untergrund. Das hat ein Dark Souls-Vibe irgendwie. Da kannst du auch immer wieder so stellen. Wie groß ist das hier unten? Das ist voll winzig, Alter. Ich dachte, das ist voll groß. Durch mondlich vergangener Zeiten. Hat ein bisschen was von Seventh Heaven, Alter, aus Final Fantasy. Slums und eine Bar.
So, this is your base? It's not quite what Paimon imagined.
Your accommodations have been arranged. Under the present circumstances, I can confidently say it's the best we have.
Ja, danke schön.
Well, our funds have been a little tight lately. After all, we don't allow illegal or unethical profiteering. In fact, our funds often come from citizenry who support us.
Seems like it's tough times for everyone. But if you have the support of the people, that does sound like it's worth it.
To be honest, our financial situation was a lot better back when my father was in charge a few years ago. I'm afraid I'm not quite his equal.
Your father... He was the previous boss of Spina di Rosula, right? How did he...
Demoiselle, if you'll allow me to explain.
No. I'll explain it myself. I suppose I couldn't run from this topic forever. And as partners, this is something I hope they can understand. My father's name is Callus. Yes, the same one they call Callus the Unfaithful in the streets. 3 years ago, he was accused of murdering his own friend. But he chose a duel to defend his honor instead of standing trial.
Oh no.
But I do not believe my father was a murderer. I'm sure he was set up. At the time, I believed that if he only stood trial and was duly investigated, something amiss would crop up and prove his innocence. But strangely, he not only requested the duel himself, but rumor has it that even after being seriously injured, to the point where he could be deemed as having lost the duel, he refused to surrender, determined to die in the arena. 3 years later, I still don't understand why he did that. How could he protect his honor if he's dead? If anything, he gave up his chance to defend himself.
Da ist in der Tat etwas faul dran.
The closest piece of info I have is that my father had been investigating the serial disappearances case at the time of his death.
Ah, so that's why you're so determined to get to the bottom of that case.
That's right. I've also tried to investigate the murder my father was implicated in, but I haven't found a single new clue in my countless reviews of the investigation records. However, I believe that if the murder case is related to those behind the disappearances, they must know something. I must know what really happened. Was my father coerced? Framed? Even if he really did kill his friend, I must get to the truth. If only he'd been more open with me when he was still alive. He even hid the fact that my mother died due to complications when giving birth to me. And now, here I am investigating his death. You really are a handful, aren't you, Papa?
Es geht um die Familie, die Sehnsucht nach der Wahrheit. Was das angeht, sind wir uns sehr ähnlich.
Demoiselle, please, if there is anything I can do, anything at all.
Du kannst nicht versuchen, so dumm mit der Brille auszusehen.
I also will never believe that Master Callus murdered anyone. There are none whom I respect more than the two of you, Demoiselle. Master Callus did so much good in life, yet all it took was one murder case for him to be dubbed Callus the Unfaithful. Even our supporters decreased greatly due to that incident, hence our strained finances at present.
Wait, if Callus was such a good man, wouldn't people at least be a little suspicious when he was accused?
No. Perhaps people just revel in that kind of drama. It's not something exclusive to people from Fontaine, really. Everyone's like that. People love watching the evil turn over a new leaf, but they also enjoy watching good people fall into an abyss from one slip-up just as much.
But how could... never mind. If Callus was really falsely accused, we have to find the truth. He didn't deserve to have that happen to him.
There is one other thing. Master Callus's opponent in the duel was Ms. Clorand.
Oh.
Oh, her? Well, then, isn't that as good as saying that she was the one who killed him?
Kein Wunder, dass Navia Chlorinde gegenüber ein solches Verhalten an den Tag legte.
Yeah, that's not the sort of thing that you can just let go and move on from.
Ms. Clorand has always placed great emphasis on the honorable nature of the duel. If her opponent doesn't yield, she will not stop either. She knew Master Callus beforehand and greatly respected him, but seeing how he was resolute in the arena, there was only ever one choice she could have made.
It's not that I don't understand her at all, but I just can't deal with this yet.
Don't worry, Navia. Paimon knows how you feel. You don't have to force yourself to do that.
Afterward, Ms. Clorand told us that at the start of the duel, Master Callus requested that she ensure Demoiselle Navia's safety.
Das erklärt einiges. Es war seine Absicht, bei diesem Duell zu sterben.
Yes, that is our understanding as well.
Oh, Papa. What madness drove you to ask the person who killed you to take care of me?
Es ging wahrscheinlich darum, dass sie ihn bedroht haben. Wenn er was sagt, dann machen sie mit ihr was.
All right. Anyway, that's the information I wanted to share with you. Even if it did sound like I was just complaining towards the end.
Mach dir doch mal keinen Kopf. Ich kann sehen, wie wichtig diese Angelegenheit für dich ist.
Thanks. You two should go and rest. This was quite a day after all.
Yeah. Paimon's feet.
Please, relax and get some sleep. We will ensure you rest soundly.